Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Tarot Noir. I am your intuitive tarot reader, Tarot D. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you click the notification bell so you will be notified when we drop our next video. I want to say thank you to all our followers, subscribers, supporters for supporting the channel and supporting Tarot Noir. I appreciate it. I appreciate every last one of you guys. How was your weekend? And happy Monday. I hope everyone is doing well. Okay, you guys, this is for my Zeus Network people, my Zeus Network fans. We are back with a Baddies East reunion part 2 reading. Okay, you guys, if you have not seen Baddies East reunion part 2, go check it out. This is for my Zeus Network fans, my people that watch the Baddies. You already know what time it is. We told you we was going to keep track of this story, and we are. Okay, so I watched the Baddies East reunion yesterday, part 2. Okay, and there was a lot going on. And a lot of things, if you've been keeping up with the blogs and everything, a lot of baddies. So far, this is part 2. Now, they got a third part coming out next week. But so far, there are some people who were throwing so much shade, saying they did this, they did that, and I haven't seen it yet. There was a lot of letdowns that I did see, okay? Spoiler alert, and also this is for entertainment purposes only. It was a lot of people who claimed they did this, and they didn't. Some people got mopped up, some people didn't. But the main focus of this reading today is the situation between E.T., Natalie Nunn. Okay, if you saw the episode, you saw that she got snuck by E.T. Natalie Nunn got snuck by E.T. Okay, and then we have Rolly, who was trying to figure out what was going on. There was a lot of controversy there. Okay, so I really want to focus on that situation because I felt like that was very pinnacle in the reunion. People want to know why E.T. snuck Natalie. People want to know, did Rolly know it? She says she didn't know. You can obviously see from episode 1 or from the reunion, the first part, that Rolly apparently did not know that this was going to happen, and you could tell that E.T. had something under her sleeve. We just didn't know what it was. But yeah, E.T. snuck Natalie. I want to know what happened there. What happened there? So we're going to pull some cards on that situation as well. Okay, that is really the focal point of this reading. Okay, so let's go ahead and shuffle the deck. What is going, what, you know, E.T., you want it to be on Baddies, you know, but to sneak the person that put you on Baddies and gave you a chance, I'm not understanding. Okay, so what is this energy coming from E.T.? What is the problem? Okay, let's pull some cards to see what the situation. E.T. and Natalie. Okay. Oh wow, we have the 8 of Pentacles. All right. We have the 8 of Swords. And we have Judgment. Okay. First card, we have the 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. The question is evolving E.T. and what the problem was. I feel like this is the energy that E.T. was in when she wanted to enter Baddies. She worked very hard. She did come from Now That's TV. Okay, that's where E.T.'s, aka E.T. Scarface, that's the network that she premiered on. And it seemed like she worked very hard for this opportunity to be on Baddies East. I just show like this person, like she wanted to be on Zeus Network. She tried. She obviously, we all know that she had problems with Sean Rock. She worked very hard to get the attention of the Zeus Network, and she wanted that spot. So it just shows that she wanted that spot to be on Baddies East. And, you know, they did give her the opportunity. All right. We also have the Eight of Swords. I see the lady bounded. You know, her eyes are bounded. She's technically bounded in her own mind, her own situations. I feel like there's some mental illness there. Okay. I feel like she may struggle with stress, anxiety, depression, okay, low self-esteem. I do see that there. She could also felt, you know, ET could have also felt that she was targeted, you know what I'm saying, and she was blindfolded and she didn't see it coming. I do strongly feel like she felt like she was a target in this situation, okay, but she has her own mental situations going on. All right. And then we have the judgment, okay, being the last of this particular deck. Being judged now, okay. People are talking and people are saying like, ET, that was a bad judgment call. You shouldn't have did that. Okay. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. Okay. That's the technical source. But being judged by, you know, the rest of her peers and also the fans, now that the part 2 has come out, you know. Also, I want to bring up the guy that Rolly went to go speak to, because Rolly did try to dilute the situation, try to bring it to figure out why did she go after Natalie. There was a part in the episode where she goes and she talks to ET in the trailer. Okay, she goes and talks to them in the trailer, talks to her privately in the trailer, and then she comes out and say, ET, is that the person that told you that Natalie was going to try to jump you on the Baddies East? She did not want to come out and address that situation. Okay, she did not want to come out to address the situation, and that shows and says a lot. Okay, because if there's an issue like that and you're saying that the boss is trying to, you know, scheme against you, why wouldn't you try to resolve it and at least attempt to say, hey, this is the person that told me that, this is the person that told me this. She could have still been mad about her and Tasiki and how that first portion of the show came out, how it was going. So she could have been super upset, and that's understandable. But this was your time and moment to set the record straight. And I do appreciate that Rolly did try to situate and try to figure out and get to the bottom of the problem, because like Rolly said, Natalie is her friend and ET is her friend. My question to Rolly is, who are you loyal to? Are you more loyal to Natalie because you've known her longer, or is there a longer relationship between you and ET? You know, looking through the lens, I feel like Rolly, I don't know how long she's known ET, but for me, you're befriending the boss. This boss is giving you opportunity. Of course, you know, you should have the person who you known longer's back. And I do believe that Rolly did not know that this was going to happen. Okay. And she was just trying to get to the bottom of the situation. She literally left stage to go talk to ET and the person who told ET. Okay. And then when it was time to rectify the matter, ET didn't want to come out. Okay. That is as far as Rolly could have gotten that situation. There was nowhere else to go. If I'm trying to bring the person who's causing the problem to the table and my friend to the table so we could get the situation resolved, and maybe there was a misunderstanding, and you don't want to come forth and say, hey, this person said this person said that, then yeah, I'm going to judge you and say that you're lying. because we had the opportunity to do it on camera and clear the air right then and there. The fact that ET did not want to come out that trailer, that was BS to me. That was BS to me, okay? I don't care how mad you got. I felt like she should have addressed the situation when the cameras was on, and I feel like she's being judged as, you know, a person that's not telling the truth. Okay, that was a bad look on ET. She should have addressed it, or at least had the conversation, you know, so when people roll it back, they can say, you know what, maybe there was a big misunderstanding. But to go off and sneak Natalie like that, and she gave you the opportunity, and really Natalie was not on good terms with Krishan Rock either. So she really brought on ET, you know, as a replacement, not a replacement for Krishan Rock, but, you know, to try to give the fans and try to listen to the fans and give ET that opportunity on the Zeus network. So for her to just come in and not even have a conversation with Natalie and just sneak her like that, I really felt like she really put her foot in her mouth and really shut some doors when she did that. And then on top of that, when they tried to rectify the matter, you didn't want to do it. And that's sad, because Rolly was really, really willing to try to work this out. Okay. And you can obviously see that Natalie Nunn was hurt by that. You could see she was almost in tears. She just didn't understand where that came from. Okay. All right. Let's go to the shadow deck. Was ET lying in reference to who told her that Natalie was trying to set her up? Was she lying about that? Was she telling the truth about that? Justice. 10 of arms. 10 of cups. Okay. All right, we have the Justice card. We have the Lady balancing the scales. Karmic justice. Karmic justice. Karmic justice. Karmic justice. I really feel that what happened to ET was her karmic justice. I feel like she was not telling the truth in reference to what was said from the makeup artist, if there was anything said. Okay. When she snuck Natalie, she put her foot in her mouth. It's very significant. She put her foot in her mouth. We have the lady laying down. That's the 10 of swords. The lady laying down in her own blood, in her own situation, with the swords all in her. And there is a scene where when it starts off, when part 2 starts off, they're all on top of ET. Okay, I really feel like that was them. I feel like that was the situation. Everybody was shocked that ET went after Natalie, and the whole Baddies East kind of jumped on top of her. And we see that. We see the knives right here, her being stuck out on in the open, things in her back, knives in her back, being toppled over, because that's exactly what happened. This was her karmic justice. Okay, ET is not being truthful about what was said for her to go ahead and sneak Natalie. Okay, that was the most disrespectful thing that she could have done when they gave her the opportunity. You didn't even open the gate to have a conversation. You just went and snuck her and thought that people were going to have your back, that Rolly was going to have your back. When Rolly tried to rectify the matter, again, you didn't want to do that. So therefore, this is your karmic justice. Does it make it right? No. Do I condone violence? No. But what I'm saying is, this is the repercussion of what you caused yourself to get into, ET. Okay? All right? Was it that, what was said that was so bad for you to go and sneak the person that's giving you the check? Okay, what was that? What was so bad about this? And here's another thing. You couldn't have talked about this behind the scenes with Rolly. You couldn't give Rolly a heads up or something. It was just out of I don't know if you were looking for a moment or what, but it just wasn't cool. It wasn't cool at all. I disagree with what ET did. Disagree. You're paying common justice. You're being judged. People see you for what it is. And you did that impulsively. Okay, you did it. All right. We also have to follow up. We have the 10 of cups, 10 of vials. We have this is an ultimate happy card, getting along card behind the scenes. I strongly feel, because this is a shadow deck. Okay. I feel like ET feels like they played in her face. I think that's really what the issue was, is that they pretended to be her friend. That's how she feels. I think she feels that Natalie was faking the welcome to bring her on. Okay? I see fake friendships here. Okay? I see fake friendships. And I feel like that was the main issue for ET, is that she felt like y'all brought me on the show just to make fun of me behind my back. You know what I mean? So it's a deal of, are we cool? I thought we was part of the wholesale. I thought we were good. I thought we were good. And I think somehow, some way, in her own mind, she felt like they were plotting against her in her own mind. Okay. Natalie, as you see when they did the trailer for the part 3, she explains, I don't know where that came from. I don't know why she did that. This came out of nowhere. This was a personal issue that ET had with how she felt that they viewed her and how they played on her emotions. That's what I'm feeling. The energy of, oh, y'all acted like y'all were my friend and y'all really wasn't. And that caused her to just snap. Okay. Plus, she has her underlying her own mental issues. Okay. She has her own mental situation. So it doesn't take much for her to get going. But I feel like she felt like this was all fake and that they were trying to play in her face. Okay. Let's go into what's the tea. What's the tea? And then you have to think too, ET, like, with you doing that, you know how many times, and Natalie is no perfect person. Nobody is. But I've watched Natalie fall out with so many people and then still give them an opportunity to come back and do the show. I honestly feel like you literally shut your door when you did that, because all the extra events, all the other stuff, like she said, she fly them out of Dubai and this, and they do their little appearances, and Natalie really put her foot out there and support it. And if you watch on IG, you really see her really trying to bring the baddies together, try to keep them relevant. Either they, and you could say they keep themselves relevant, but she always trying to incorporate them. Even with Biggie, it's the same thing. Okay. I just feel like when she did that, she shut some doors for her own self. You may not be welcome back for the baddies, the next baddies, or whatever the situation may be. When they have their outings, you will definitely probably not be one of the ones that's invited. And, I know they make their money doing appearances, doing bookings and stuff like that. You don't want to bite the hand that feeds you. You definitely don't want to do that, especially in the entertainment industry. Because if you close the Zeus door, you don't know what other connections they may have. I'm not saying that she can't go back to Now That's TV and this, that, and other things. Not to say that. But when you do stuff like that, you close your opportunities and you close your doors. Okay? So you have to be careful on how you deal with people and how you move, in the entertainment industry. Okay? But let's go ahead and go into what's the tea. Dust it off. Dust it off, okay? Wolf in sheep's clothing. That's interesting. I wasn't expecting to see that. Let's break off these two. Even if I feel I need to pull another one, I will, for clarification. Dust it off, dust it off, dust it off. I feel like this is in reference to the part 3 that's going to be airing next Sunday, I believe. We see E.T. get up and say, who else want to get some? Who else want to go? She's all down now, okay? After fighting this person, she basically, portrays this situation as, I'm just going to dust it off, and whoever I got to get into it with, I'm going to do that. Okay. This situation can be dusted off. She has to take some time to reflect. Okay. She has to understand where she went wrong. Okay. In order to move on, you have to take accountability. So once you take accountability, it just feels like, she can dust it off and just move on. Okay. She can dust it off and move on. She really can. And just take a different route with her career. But your lesson, hopefully you learned the lesson, E.T., this time. To be careful on how you deal with your managers and how you deal with people who's giving you opportunities. Because you cannot, continue to do these networks and then bite the hand that feeds you, okay? You can't do that. You're not going to get very far. So this is a situation where, yes, it can be dusted off if she decides to take a different route. But if she continues to go on reality TV, and this is aired on reality TV, and Natalie Nunn, she's a household name, this might give her some conflicts in the future with working with other networks. Okay, if she'll do it to Natalie, she'll do it to me. You know what I'm saying? So she has to understand the business. Okay, she has to understand it. Hopefully in episode 3 we get to see her and she actually speaks, and hopefully we get some dialogue there where she can explain what was the force behind what you did. Why did you come for Natalie the way you did? You claim somebody said something. I'm not buying it, ma'am. Okay, and I know a lot of other viewers are not buying it. Okay, it's something deeper. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay, we have the wolf walking around. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay. It just feels like this is how she really feel. Like she is adamant about, she really feels that Natalie set her up. She believes that Natalie is wolf in sheep's clothing. She really feels that way, y'all. She really feels that way. And there's nothing that anybody can tell her different. She feels like Natalie did this, got her on the show just to make her look bad. I also feel like there's no accountability with E.T. That she don't want to take accountability for what she did to Natalie Nunn and the reason behind that. That was a dirty move. You had Rolly right there, and Rolly asked you what you plan on doing, and you give her that side look, and it's like all that could have been prevented. I don't know. I know that Rolly went live today. I did not get to see the live. I was out and about. So I'm going to go back and try to catch that live to see what she had to say about the situation. I did respect the fact that when she came back on the stage and she addressed Natalie and told her, like, hey, I didn't know she was going to do that. Okay, had I known, it would not have went down like that. I respect Rolly for that. I do. I truly do, because she really, I feel like she really do love Natalie Nunn, regardless of the past. And like I said earlier, Natalie has gotten into it with so many of her cast members and then welcomed them back to give them a second chance. Not to give them a second chance, but to say, hey, we could work past it, i.e. Camilla, i.e. Rolly. Okay, so this situation can be worked out, but E.T., you just came to the network and stuff like that. You really put your foot in your mouth. You really shut some doors that you shouldn't have, and you really feel like Natalie is behind a lot of stuff. And I am interested into knowing, maybe E.T. will go live sometime this week or whatever, and we'll see and get a little bit more of the situation. All I know is that Rolly's live, I think she named it Lies and Lies and Lies. So I really want to catch that live and see exactly, is she saying that E.T. lied to her just so she can have an excuse to do what she did to Natalie? Or also, was this part of E.T. plan the whole time? Was E.T. the wolf in sheep's clothing? Because she came from Now That's TV. And because right after the reunion, she went on Liddy's platform. Okay, they're friends. Her girls were outside the Zeus Network Baddies East reunion gate the day of. Okay, was this a part of the plan? Or is there some other beef that she has with Natalie that has not been exposed? Because Natalie was saying, no, I don't know what happened. So I'm very interested to understand and see if I could find Rolly's new live and figure out what happened there. Okay. But I have a strong sense that E.T. is not telling the truth, and reference on why she snuck Natalie the way she did. She should not have done that. We all know that, and I really feel that maybe that is wolf in sheep's clothing. And let's do one last card. One last card on the What's Tea. Crying over you, sad, hurt, and upset. Yeah, E.T. is upset. She's upset. And you see her face is all beat up and stuff. This was embarrassing for her. Over the situation. Okay? Sad, upset, and hurt, etc. She got beat up. Yeah, she did. And she may be extremely hurt by Rolly, but it's like Rolly didn't do anything. E.T., you have to take accountability for what you do. You snuck Natalie. You snuck the check. So you have to be like, and have to understand, this is the repercussion, the karmic justice for your actions. Maybe you assumed something and jumped too soon. Why couldn't you have a dialogue? Why couldn't you have a conversation? You guys were just coming out. You just had to go and just sneak Miss Natalie, you know? And it cost you. It cost you, because now you're being judged. You're being judged, okay? This is a tough lesson to learn. Sometimes we overreact at the wrong time, and with the wrong person, and with the wrong situation. What would it have hurt her? Would it have hurt her to just come out, have the conversation, confront Natalie on the spot, just like Biggie confronted Natalie on the spot about her treatment? We did see Biggie do that. Okay, you treated her like this, you treated this like this, you treated that like this. And I think, if the dialogue and the conversation happened, I think that E.T. would have gotten a better sense of what was going on, and she probably wouldn't have snuck her. But she took it too far, and it cost her. Okay, it cost her. So that concludes the Baddies East reunion part 2. Okay, if you have not checked it out, go check it out on Zeus Network. We're gonna stay tuned to this. Okay, we have one more part for the Baddies East reunion, part 3. And maybe we could get some answers to some of these questions. That was the main focus for me. That was the one thing that stood out that I just didn't get. Because the moment that Rolly went to go get the guy who allegedly told E.T. Natalie was doing this, that, and other things, and they were both there, and she went to go tell him, hey, go get E.T. so we could work it out, that's when E.T. went wrong. And that's when I think Rolly said, oh, you know what? This girl is not telling me the truth. Something else happened. Okay? So thank you guys for tuning in to the Baddies East reunion part 2 reading. We will keep the story unlocked. And make sure you like, share, subscribe on the video. And click that notification bell so you'll be available and notified when our next video, will be dropping. Let me know in the comments. Do you think E.T. is telling the truth, or do you think she is not telling the truth in reference to the conflict between her and Natalie Lynn? Do you think it's a deeper problem, or do you think she just went off the dome with it? Okay, you guys have a great evening. Thank you for tuning in to Tarot Noir.